Welcome to the Golden State Media Concepts Sex Podcast, a show that examines all aspects of sexuality, from physical to emotional to spiritual. Join our hosts as they discuss age-old questions, common misconceptions, and the latest topics surrounding sex. They'll tackle topics about sexuality from the complicated to the hilarious and everything in between. GSMC Sex Podcast is your show for all of your questions about sex, even some you might not have thought of yet.
Welcome to the GSMC Sex Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network, with your host, Andra, where the topic about sex is from the point of view of an older woman. Today we're going to talk about kissing. Now, the majority of us out there love to kiss, and it is our way of finding if there's a connection, aside from that chemical attraction. We kiss for all different reasons. We kiss to say hi. We say kiss to say goodbye. And we give kiss for good luck, or it is just your way culturally to say anything. Every country's different, but do mind your boundaries, because you can go too far. But we're going to talk about the bottle kiss. Now, when we meet somebody, we are all nerved up. We'll go on the first date. They'll give you a kiss on the forehead, a kiss on the nose, or a kiss on the cheek to say goodbye. That first kiss is always the scariest one, because you're not sure if you're going to like the way that person kisses. So it does depend on who we are kissing. So in order for us to have a attraction, or we're going to talk to this person any longer, we have a tendency to base some things on the kiss. And now, if they are an excellent kisser, we will always talk about it, because it's a turn on for us. And we associate a lot of things with kissing. If you really stop and think about the act of kissing, it is a little strange. You are applying your lips to somebody else's, and there is physical touch there, but it's wanted physical touch. So it's really nice. A long time ago or they even still do call it, tonsil hockey. Let's swap spit. But generally, if we're going for that first kiss, we usually base a lot on it. And it's usually that anticipation that gets us like, oh my God, you're just imagining how it would be to kiss that individual. And on the second date, you do. Hey, some do it on the first date. If you like it, you want to, go for it. I am not stopping you from doing it. But you like to get that out of the way and get past all the nerves. There are so many theories out there about how kissing originated, or and or why we do it. So it's gotten a long way, and it has grown with the times. I mean, like, some scientists believe that kissing is a learned behavior. Roughly 10% of human beings do not kiss at all. And scientists also believe, or found that considerably fewer kiss with romantic or sexual intent, when generally, overall, most human beings, or the majority of the population, will equate kissing to sexual intent or that romantic act. So that is quite interesting. There are other scientists that actually believe that kissing is instinctual and rooted in our biology, because we do teach our children to kiss. And what do we say to our babies when they're little? Ooh, give mommy a kiss, give daddy a kiss, give grandma, grandpa, nana, papa a kiss. So we are training our young ones at a very young age to kiss. And we equate that with love. So it's a form of affection. Some kisses are rooted in attachment. It causes a chemical reaction in the brain, and it's a burst of the hormone oxytocin. It's generally, oxytocin is actually referred to as the love hormone. And the reason being is because it stirs up feelings of affection and attachment. There actually was a study conducted in 2013, which found oxytocin is particularly important in helping men bond with a partner and stay monogamous. That is quite interesting. Not only is that an interesting study, but very interesting to know that men, not only are their brains triggered for sex first and foremost, they actually equate kissing with it. And this is where they'll base how their relationship is. Interesting enough. Believe it or not, kissing is believed to have come from the practice of kiss feeding, and this is something that birds do to feed their young. And there are mothers out there who do that. I mean, we all do it, actually, if you want to think about it. If you have children and you want them to have something, but they don't have teeth yet, you don't want them to hurt their gums or whatever, you will soften up the food and then feed it to them. So we all do it. We just don't actually equate it in the way of kiss feeding. To us, it's instinctual and to help the baby to digest it better or to be able to eat it better. So it's funny when you sit down and you actually examine kisses or examine something in general. It doesn't even have to be sexual. So it's just really funny if you ever took a step back and thought about it, and everything that we say and actually acted on it in the manner that it said, we would be going around in hysterical. We'd be all laughing. It'd be just not correct. But this is how we view things. Some kisses are rooted in romantic love, which we spoke about. It's a form of feeling head over heels in love with somebody. You ever see the way when you are kissing someone and you lift your foot up, it makes you feel like you're on the cloud nine. Well, that is actually the effect of dopamine, and that's in the brain's rewards pathway. So that dopamine in us, that chemical effect, is actually working. This is that feeling of, it brings you closer together, but you get that feeling from time to time that all you would love to do is just sit there and kiss your partner and canoodle and be around them. It doesn't have to be a full-blown tongue down my throat kiss. Just a kiss that you are enjoying with that individual that you want to spend more and more time with. So it is a good thing. We're going to take a break here, and when we come back, we'll continue our topic of kissing.
Still on the search of that one true love? On the limbo in this crazy world of dating, marriage, relationships? Well, listen to the Golden State Media Concepts Relationship Podcast, your one-stop podcast for everything about relationships.
Welcome back to the GSMC Sex Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network, with your host Andra, where the topic about sex is from the point of view of an older woman. Now, when we left off, we were going through how some kisses are rooted in romantic love, and we were talking about the dopamine in our brain's reward pathways. And we'll just finish up that by, this dopamine is a happy hormone. It makes you feel all giddy inside and euphoric. So when we're kissing and lip locking, this is where we like to spend most of our time if it's good, and we like to keep up a steady pace of kissing because we don't want to lose that spark. Kissing is a connection. It is part of our relationship. It's part of our means of showing affection. And if we get a little giddy, that's a good sign. So, it does relate back to that 2013 study, which found that couples in long-term relationships who frequently kissed, there was totally increased relationship satisfaction. So kissing is a good thing. And no, you will not get pregnant from kissing. It's going to take a little bit more than that. Let's continue on with our kissing subject, which is a fun subject. Because, some kisses are spurred by our sex drive. We show passion through our kisses, people. And when you're all hot and heavy and getting it on, them kisses connect you even further. So this is not platonic. Trust me. And don't let anybody tell you that it is. Now with women, ladies out there, we have a tendency to take kissing as a way to size up our mate or potential mate for that amount of time. Or we have a tendency to use this as a part of a role in our decision to actually go to bed with this individual or our potential mate. So we use it more romantically than men. But yes, and this is all in that study, but these are common sense for us. We're just never aware of it because we don't stop to say, let's scientifically look at what this kiss means. But, when you make a game out of it, it does make kissing even funner, and much more interesting. So don't oversay you can't have fun with kissing and that it is all tied to sex, because it is not. So for women in this situation, we have a tendency to not have sex with somebody if we have not kissed them, because we want to know, are they a good kisser? So we go back. And it's not even to go and have that girl gossip or anything like that. It's just we equate on a different level than a man does. So we base everything on, the kiss, the first kiss. Does it get us giddy? Is it good? And we will be the first person to say that a potential mate was a bad kisser, and you all know it. Ladies, we have a tendency to do that, and we base a lot on that. If kissing is involved, if we're just going in for it for sex, who gives a crap? But for the most part, kissing is major league big for us women. It'll make or break the chances of that potential partner or a partner in general going any further in the sexual game. So they probably won't get to third base. They probably won't even get to second base if we do not believe that they are good kisses and we don't enjoy it. So we base it on there. For men, on the other hand, the kiss to a man, it's to introduce their sex hormones. I know that's a technical way of putting it, but it actually, for a man, will determine whether there'll be repeated sex, or there'll be that they're, the proteins that make the female partner more sexually receptive is through that kiss, and that's how men view them. It's a way of them kind of putting them out there, and if we will respond to them, we're sizing them up, and they're basing a kiss on luring us in. So how odd is that? But it works. Obviously, if we're going through the full-blown French kiss, tonsil hockey, swap and spit, tongue down the throat. Absolutely. That is more of a sexual arousal because that kiss is it can be, or cannot be, shall I say, very passionate and feeds that sexual desire between two people. So, that swapping of spit is kind of sort of a turn on. If you actually think about it, it is. So, but in general terms, and just overall, kissing, it just feels good. It doesn't even have to be that full-blown saliva swapping kiss, French tongue in it, or whatever you want to call it. Those little kisses on the foreheads, kisses on the nose, the kisses on the cheeks, and each one symbolizes something. I mean, I've heard that kissing, I've heard of someone kissing their partner on the eyes. On the eyelids. Obviously, close your eyes. It'll be a little weird. But, and to think, even to take the eye part, if you actually think about it, one of the things that we, and both of us do it, more towards women than men, that during that kiss, we want to know if their eyes are open, because it is the weirdest thing, like they're watching. But there are ways to watch and kiss where it is so getting those chemical, levels up, or that chemical effect on the rise, because we are watching each other enjoy that. We are going to take another break here, and when we come back, we will finish out with our subject of kissing. So get yourself a snack, a cold drink, come back, get relaxed, and I'll be back.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. Hey! The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
Welcome back to the GSMC Sex Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network, with your host, Andra, with a topic about sex. It's from the point of view of the woman. So let's just finish out our segment with some more kissing topic. Now, there are mucho of benefits to your health. And kissing has or plays a significant role in that. It stimulates our happy hormones. It helps with bonding in our relationship. It builds our self-esteem, lowers our stress, lowers our anxiety, helps our blood pressure. Believe it or not, it works on cramps. And then we have the headaches where it helps. Because we're coming down from that headache and that kiss is relaxing us. It helps with our immune system. Believe it or not, allergies. It also helps with cholesterol levels. Cavities, compatibility, libido, muscle tone, workout, takeaway. So, it has a lot of benefits. So let's break them down. Why should we pucker up? Why should we have to ask that question? It is very, very good to have kissing. If you go through a relationship without it, you're going to lose some sort of connection. I mean, we all go to family functions, and by the end we get through all those relatives we haven't seen in a long time. We're probably tired of being kissed, or there's just that one relative that you fear. But be it from a family member, from friends, a potential partner, or that long-term partner, kissing provides loads of mental and physical benefits. And it's totally worth it. So as we have been discussing, it boosts your happy hormones. Again, those are oxytocin. A little tongue-tied there, talking about kissing and all. Oxytocin, dopamine, and serotonin. We focused on the first two, but serotonin is there too. And this can make you feel euphoric, and it encourages feelings of affection and bonding. Going into our second one, it lowers your cortisol levels, which is our stress hormone. So going into number 2, we're working on that bond with that person. That oxytocin is a chemical linked to pair bonding. Believe it or not, like I said, it's a way for us women to actually, determine if this person is going to be our, we judge our potential mates on kissing. I have to say, guys, when it comes to kissing, us women sometimes are pretty damn shallow. Hey, you guys use it for sex, we use kissing, but it's fun, so you gotta think about it that way. It is that thing that can make and break sometimes, as little as it is. And I have heard it where someone has said, you shouldn't base it all on that. Unfortunately, we do. Women just do. It's something that is in our nature. But men, you use it as well. So, you're not out of the mix on that one. Number 3, kissing has a tangible impact on our self-esteem. It gives, aside from the fact that it's boosting your happy hormones and reducing your cortisol levels, it actually has a potential for improving an individual's feelings of self-worth. I mean, in 2016, a study was conducted where they found that participants who were unhappy with their physical appearance had higher cortisol levels. However, when they kissed, they found that the cortisol levels, there was like a temporary drop in it when they kissed. So they felt a lot more confident in themselves. I mean, here's somebody, if you don't have a lot of self-esteem or self-confidence and someone finds you attractive and you're kissing and they're enjoying you, it builds on you. So that is a good thing. Like I said, kissing can make or break you. It's fun that you can, and I'm sure everybody knows that. But at least 99.9% of the population. Aside from all these little happy things going on and bringing down our cortisol levels, which is our stress hormone, it is one of those big stress relievers. It is kissing and other ways of showing affection and communicating that affection, like the hugging, saying I love you, and things like that. It has a major impact on the psychological processes related to stress management. Very beneficial. Very, very beneficial. It reduces anxiety. Now, there's nothing like a kiss. And that affection to calm you down after a very hard day. You come home, whether it's from your kids or your partner, come right up, give you a hug and a kiss. That hug alone is a major league help. But add that kiss in there, it warms you up, and your anxiety either fades, it starts coming down, or it completely goes away. And you're feeling somewhat of falling into that safety net that you need. So, it does help. Kissing, believe it or not, dilates your blood vessels, helps reduce your blood pressure. It's been found that kissing increases your heart rate, which it does because it can be extremely passionate, extremely affectionate. But by increasing your heart rate, it does it in a way that dilates your blood vessels. So, and there's actually a book out on this. It's actually called Kissing. Everything you ever wanted to know about one of life's sweetest pleasures. So this is really, really good to know. It's when your blood vessels dilate, your blood flow increases and causes an immediate decrease in your blood pressure. Always a good thing. Good for your heart in more ways than one. Kissing has been found to help relieve cramps due to the same process, that dilation of your blood vessels and increasing the blood flow, which is very, very good. So you gotta look at it that way. The overall, it's just not one part of your body. It's all over your body. Blood flows through us. So you gotta look at it that way. And just sit back and think about it. When your blood is flowing and your blood pressure is down, you feel good, a lot more relaxed, a lot more comfortable. So, kiss away. There are many, many other things. Like it soothes headaches. Same process, this dilation in the blood vessels. When it's working and kissing it, it can boost your immune system. You know, it boosts your immune system because when you're kissing, you're swallowing spit, which it's exposing you and your body to new germs. But it also gets your body to fight these germs, so your immune system is building up and protecting itself. So it does strengthen it, because that's one of the things that our immune system does whenever we get an infection or some virus or something in our body. It automatically goes into fight off mode and healing mode. So sloth and spit, is actually a good thing. So think about it. Now that you know that, you might want to swap more spit. And on that same thing, because of its effects on stress, kissing also reduces allergic responses in us. So we are lowering all the good things we should be lowering with one tiny little thing. Kissing. And we're healing us through that kiss. Not only are we healing it affectionately and bonding and through attachment, actually, literally, mentally and physically healing us. So it's forcing our bodies to do different things. And we're all getting happy while we're doing it. We're not thinking about it, but we're doing it, and it is making us happy, happy, happy. Other ways it's tied to improvements in total cholesterol. It helps prevent cavities because we are increasing our saliva production. Interesting way to fight cavities, but it does it. And these things have all been proven, or at least studied. So they're not coming out of left fields. These are normal things for our body to do. And they're natural reactions, and that one little kiss does it all. So keep it up. We have this barometer in us, this way of figuring out compatibility with each other through kisses. It, as says, kissing somebody we are romantically attracted to, it boosts that as well as our sex drive with that partner. So it is all there. I mean, there are so many things. I mean, it tightens and tones your facial muscles. We're working those muscles, you're not even realizing it. And it's funny because if you actually think back, if you're kissing and you're really hot and passionate in it, some people will say, oh my God, we kissed till it hurt. It hurt because you were toning those muscles that you don't even realize that you are working on when you're kissing, because we don't go in there and say, oh, I need to tone my facial muscles. We are in for the enjoyment and the pleasure of it and how it makes us feel. So you gotta look at it that way. It's so much fun. Obviously, like sex, kisses burn calories. So that is the end of my show. Oh my goodness, I am so tongue-tied today. This is the end of my show today. Well, for now, at least, but I will be back with some more topics. So do join and do tune in. So goodbye for now. And as usual, practice safe sex. If not for your partner, for yourself. Cannot stress that enough. But do have fun kissing, hoping that you have gotten a lot from this because it is quite beneficial. Goodbye.
You've been listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Sex Podcast, part of the GSMC Podcast Network. You can find this show and others like it at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Download our podcasts on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, or anywhere you find podcasts. Just type in GSMC to find all of our shows from the GSMC Podcast Network. From sex and relationships to health and wellness, life and happiness, and even weird news. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's episode of the Golden State Media Concepts Sex Podcast.